to always walk through that door.
Hey, police, don't move!
We got the wrong guy.
Hi. Oh my gosh, I love your background.
Oh, thank you. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for joining me to talk about Midnight in the Switchgrass.
Yay.
You know, what an intense movie.
Super intense.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be so. I mean, it was really jarring. And in your character, Tracy, I was wondering, as an actress, when you read for this part, when you read the script, to play something so unlike yourself, is that like every actor's dream, is to play such an intense character that is so far from you as possible?
I don't know if it's every actor's dream, but I'm always up for a good challenge. So as soon as I read my audition sides, actually, that were some of Tracy's most intense moments of being kidnapped. Spoiler alert, I guess. Some of the most intense moments of the movie, period. I was really excited to see that our writer Alan didn't shy away from the reality of the situation, and he was holding in these dark, gritty moments, and I was really excited to play within that space and not film a kidnapping narrative that felt superficial or glamorized in any way.
Some of your scenes were so intense. What did you do? Some actors kind of take that with them, and some actors like take it home with them at night or be able to turn it off. Was that difficult for you? Because some moments you look like you were really somewhere else.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that observation, I guess, about my performance. I feel like this is a generic answer, but we actually did a lot of night shoots. So physically, it was really easy for me to snap out of it because I would go back to my hotel and go to sleep afterwards. But as far as like in between scenes and taking lunch breaks and snapping out from that environment, I became really close with my co-star Lucas Haas, who plays Peter, my abductor. And after getting shut down because of COVID-19 twice on our set, and trying to keep our crew safe during the pandemic, we had lots of extended rehearsal time and time to develop a chemistry off screen before we were able to film these most intense moments. And I think really finding that comfortability and developing a friendship with the other actor that I was working with helped me be comfortable to explore the depths of the scene, but also it not be too nerve-wracking in a method acting sense of working alongside a stranger you don't really know, who's coming at you with full intensity. Having a friendship with the other actor really helped us both feel comfortable in that space.
Well, there's discussions between you and the director and between you and Lucas Haas about how far to go and what, or was it something like go with this? Or, I mean, it looked like it was complicated.
It was very complicated, and there's a lot of layers in these different scenes. When you're watching the movie, the moments of Tracy's abduction journey, I guess you could call it, are kind of spliced in with different storylines, but we mostly filmed all of the scenes together, and it was up to Randall to see how he would want to reveal the plot to the audience and kind of tease that out to everyone watching the big screen. There were a lot of discussions with Randall, and we tried a lot of different versions so that he could have a lot of different options to use, I guess, regarding intensity, brutality, vulnerability in the different moments. And I think it was really fun to see Lucas play around with different notes to create Peter's identity.
And was Megan Fox, was she on set, you know, in that scene where she was encouraging you to have courage to escape? And was that her? She was there. Okay. Because that's important. Sometimes, you know, when an actor's not there, someone else is reading the lines. So that really helped your character, having her say those things to you.
It did. And when Megan was filming her side of the scene, I was sitting behind a piece of cardboard, almost, it felt like, or something that they had rigged up so that it was just a blank wall, but I could sit right behind camera and they could get my audio already recorded and clean so that I could sit right there and read with Megan. I don't know why I didn't just go back into the box and read on the other side of her, but they constructed something so I could sit right there by camera and watch how it looked on that side for her to film and read opposite her.
And in the end, your character was so filthy. I mean, you have to be dirty on set every day. You're crawling through mud and gunk, and you show up at the neighbor's house and it's like, you look terrible.
I was pretty filthy, and we actually filmed the scene showing up at the neighbor's house first before we filmed any of the escape. And I was pretty anxious about it. Just when I watch movies, I always look for continuity errors. And I was thinking in the back of my head, what if I get too dirty filming the escape and it doesn't match? Or what if I'm not dirty enough? But I think it actually ended up blending perfectly. Our makeup team did a great job. I had nothing to worry about.
Trust me, it was too intense what was going on to notice if there was not enough mud or too little mud going on.
Well, I
You were
would
dirty enough.
I'm glad. But I remember on the last night of filming, after we filmed Tracy's escape, I guess you could call it, and crawling through the switchgrass, they were dousing my body in shaving cream, this is a great behind the scenes video to post, I'm realizing, covering me in shaving cream, trying to wipe all of the dirt and the cuts off. And I was like, why aren't these coming off? And they were like, that's you. So a lot of it ended up being real dirt that wasn't intentionally there, but just added to the reality of the scene, I guess.
Outstanding thriller, great performance. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I wish you best of luck with the film, and come visit us in Las Vegas soon. We'd love to have you.
Yes, I was just there actually for a weekend getaway a few weeks ago, but looking forward to going back. So thank you, Jeffrey.